So in this video I'm going to talk about my all melee build that I use for the Old Quarry. So you can see here that my maximum level I've completed 28, so I'm going to go through at a relatively easy level of 20 to show you how this works. It's quite hard to do it and sort of talk through it at the same time. I'm using the leeches more, double blades, that you can see there in the little icon. But that is it. That is the only weapon I'm carrying. Just the leeches more. Now, it's got 3 augments. I've got crafting level 100, 2 damage augments and 1 stamina augment. This gives me damage of 756, plus whatever bonuses I get for my combat and sabotage. But it only takes 1 stamina to attack, and that's the critical point. It's getting your attack stamina requirement down to maximize your stamina use and minimize your loss of stamina, because losing stamina in here will kill you very rapidly, particularly in the rooms which got lots of people shooting at you. So for that reason I'm also wearing light armor, forge helmet, forge chest piece, X-core leggings for the additional stamina, circuit gauntlets to help boost my power pack, and forge boots. Accelerated power pack because it's got a power pool of 900, and that basically gives me a bit more time if I get into bullet hell with the heavy gunners and shooters. And just a standard Holzman shield because it doesn't matter how quickly it refreshes, because I'm not shooting at anybody. I don't need to have the adaptive shield to do this okay. Standard full suspensor belt and a lot of heal kits, Mark 6s for the boss fight, otherwise I tend to use Mark 4s, Mark 2s. And some water. You can see I've run it a few times before. That was to get me up to 28. I did die once to heavy gunner and 2 shooters in the second lock-in. Have not died to the boss for a long time. So I'll show you how it all works. First I've got to get over here. And the knee charge is stuck to the floor as usual, which I find quite annoying. Okay, I'm not doing the actual mission. If you're doing the mission, there's a room in there you have to go into to pick up the first dog tags, etc. But I've done that on a separate video, I think. I only ever pick up heal kits, and that's sort of force of habit, really. And here we have the first lock-in room. Standard setup, really. You get a couple of shooters, and you get your melee guy here. Now, if I time this correctly, not quite. I was hoping to bounce off the shooter to get them, but next time. Right, I'm doing a walk, don't run as much as possible, and I hope the guy comes out here, but he has not. It's that door. So you see I avoid dashing and running as much as possible to conserve stamina and to regenerate it as quickly as I can. I think there's another guy here somewhere. Where are they? This always happens, they hide at this point. There he is. You see I'm chaining together light attacks for my double blades, and it's basically because they are the most effective against the shooters. It's very quick, they seem to do as much damage as a heavy attack, but you do need the heavy attacks to get through the melee guys. Okay. This way, to be pretty careful. This is open space, and there is going to be a heavy gunner. There we go. So I've got to keep a close eye on my shield, which is almost out. There we go. Hide behind here. Get back into cover, and let my shield regenerate. I need to make an opportunity to get the heavy gunner, but this guy's sort of in the way. I don't want to be shot at by two shooters and a heavy gun at the same time, because that will bring you down very fast. It's not quite so bad at this level, but once you get up to sort of mid-20s and higher, your shield evaporates. Right, so that's the first lock-in. Just going to pick up the big loot chest over here. Also, I tend to take any opportunity I have to top up my healing and to top up my water, just to maintain maximum stamina and maximum health. None of the charge is working.
Ignored my warning.
Now you've got two guys here. You can basically compel one of them to
I see you more closely.
keep them quiet, and then deal with the other one.
Would they taste? I taste.
Yeah, she's a bit late with getting him to try and kill me. That did not work. Now this big room has got lots of opportunities to hide, really, if you need to. But it's also got lots of opportunities to get caught in crossfire, and that really will kill you very fast in this area, at this level, because it will just melt through your shield. So just keep a close eye on your shield and watch out for the distribution of the shooters. So I've got one on his own here, which is fine, I'll deal with him. At this level I can kill the reanimated people, the zombies, with a couple of hits, which is quite good. When you get to higher levels and they take 3 or more, it slows you down a lot. Now I might wait by this door in case the heavy gunner comes out here, which he has not, but I should be able to do something here. The heavy gunner either comes out of that door, the one on the far end in this direction, or the one in the middle at the top. So just mop up little ones, and now I think I will go up into this area. I got a fairly easy one there. I don't really want to stay on the line of that gunner because he will go through my shield quite rapidly if I do. We'll move out of the way. The disruptors are very effective. And just maintain my chain of light attacks, so you see my stamina is barely touched there. If you start dashing or doing heavy attacks, it takes down large chunks of your stamina. And you can't really afford to do that. As you'll see with the boss fight, really, the boss fight is where it really becomes important. So where is the last person? Oh, I hear somebody. There he is. He's got some zombies behind him, so I can't really wheeling step him before I get rid of those. I'm going to ignore him. Get behind there, and now wheeling step him. There we go. And that's that. So now I've just got the boss fight.
How dare you? How dare you look upon my work? You have not achieved what I have achieved. Sacrificed what I have sacrificed.
You might notice I don't really do a lot of parrying with these double blades against the short blade enemies. That's because the parry is very hard to time. It's actually easier to run up to them and do a heavy attack and then do a spinning attack, usually than it is to parry them. It's a bit more reliable. So now with the boss, I'm not making any change to my setup. I've got my skills are staying as knee charge, wheeling step, compel, manipulate instability, discipline breathing, etc. Mass. Maintain my stamina, maximize instability damage and damage generally, and compel. I don't use knee charge and wheeling step hardly at all. Knee charge is really for an emergency if I get stuck in a corner by the ads, so I can get out of it, but it's not common. So here I'm going to try and deal with the ads and then the boss, and use Propel to stop the boss when I need to get my stamina back. You mustn't allow her to hit you with the drill shots because she does a lot of damage. She's already calling in another lot of enemies, which I shall kill some of them because she will probably do the maneuver where she calls them in to cannibalize them. Looks like I've killed the ones that she's going to cannibalize. That's good. Now I'm going to need to compel her. I can now stand next to her and get my stamina back before I attack her again. Sounds like she's reloading in her sleep. It's very important to keep your stamina up, because if she does hit you with that drill shot and you've been doing too many dashes, you're going to probably die. And again, walking back to the boss rather than running to get my stamina back. I have to go and deal with the ads now for a minute. And that's what I didn't want. Unfortunately, I managed to take out that. So I'm going to propel her again just to get my stamina topped up, because I can do the final phase. She actually gets 3 rounds in her drill shot. If you can keep her staggered, she'll go down very fast. And unfortunately she just called another load in, so now these guys are going to be in rabid attack mode. But I've still got a lot of stamina, so I can just keep doing my light attacks. And I have to get away from them. Now you can actually walk faster than they run at you. So you can walk back and recover your stamina, and then go back in and try and finish them off. So they do stagger you quite easily as a group. Okay. That's not too bad. Even with my talking a lot, it's 12 minutes 30. I normally do it in about 10. There we go. Now let's see if I've got anything useful in the box. Level 3. That's not what you expect at this point. Level 4s, 1 level 5 Whisper Helm, nothing useful. It's been a bit of a poor loot day here in the quarry, but never mind. So I hope that's helpful, the run through of how I do the melee here. And that basically is the way to do it, I think, all the way up to level 30. Not sure how far you can go with melee. There might be a point where you can't kill the ads fast enough to stop Jolanta from regenerating from them, but I think it's quite a lot higher than I am at the moment. And as usual, if you've got any comments or want to tell me how you do this or recommendations, I'd love to hear them. Thanks for watching.